The following episode of the Comics and Crypto podcast is for informational purposes only, and anything expressed by the hosts or their guests is solely their opinion. This podcast does not constitute financial advice, and anyone wishing to invest should seek their own independent financial or professional help. Have fun and enjoy the show.
Hi, I'm Sean O'Hare, and I know comics.
Hi, I'm Spencer Vogel, and I know crypto.
Hi, I'm Kevin Lee Loader, and I don't know shit. This is the Comics and Crypto podcast.
Comics and crypto, crypto and comics, collector's world in a digital age. Comics and crypto, crypto and comics is where the next billionaires will be rich. It's comics and crypto.
What is up, VeVe fam? Today, in honor of Women's History Month, we are actually going to go through the top 10 first appearance female character comics that we are hoping to see on VeVe.
Yeah, this is awesome.
Yeah, I'm really excited about this because there are a lot of comics that I've been talking about for a while. We've all been talking about for a while, and I'm really excited to potentially see these on VeVe. Very hyped, and I'm very excited to go through them with you as well.
Yeah, these are some awesome books and some incredible characters.
So we'll dive through the characters, the value of the physical comic books, the speculation, and, hopefully we'll see them on VeVe in the near future.
I think we will sooner or later. We will definitely
I
see
feel like all these are inevitable.
Oh, yeah, 100%. These are like major characters and major points.
And also specifically tied to the MCU.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So coming at number 10, The Amazing Spider-Man 194. First appearance of Felicia Hardy, a.k.a. Black Cat.
Nice.
Black Cat was portrayed by Felicity Jones in The Amazing Spider-Man number 2, the sequel to The Amazing Spider-Man.
Was it really?
So you know? Just make sure the audience is clear on that.
Just to clarify.
Black Cat is a very skilled martial artist. She is very skilled at hand-to-hand combat. She's a gymnast, has enhanced strength, agility, balance, and vision. There is very small speculation that she's going to be coming to the MCU. It's still kind of TBD at the moment, but nothing truly significant enough for people to turn their heads.
Right.
Yeah, because we didn't get any hints during like the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies, right?
To my knowledge, no.
I don't remember
I didn't see
anything like
anything.
that.
The only thing that we can possibly anticipate with Felicity Jones portraying Felicia Hardy, right, in The Amazing Spider-Man number 2, and we now know, spoiler alert, get your chance,
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. We saw him in the recent Spider-Man film,
Andrew Garfield.
so we know that film is potentially tied to the MCU, which means we could see Felicity Jones come back as the Black Cat, which I think would be awesome.
Right.
I mean, she's an amazing actor.
Yeah, especially since we're getting like other characters up ahead, like, Kraven the Hunter and things like that.
Exactly.
The idea of us seeing Black Cat could definitely really happen. And I think it should. This is like a major character for Spider-Man.
It's a really big character.
Yeah.
I mean, actually, I own a physical copy of this book too.
Oh,
Yeah,
do you?
cool.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. I'm all about this comic.
What grade do you have it in?
It's probably around a 6.0 to 7.0.
Oh, it's a raw book?
Yeah, it's a raw book. And for the first appearance of Black Cat, her comic, according to Go Collect, as a 9.8 grade, is valued at $4,600
Nice.
with a 90-day sale of about $4,800. So we're
Really?
seeing a slight uptick in sales and sale prices. So very good things to come for the Black Cat.
Nice.
So this will be a very, very big book that when it drops on VeVe. It already has solid value and popularity in the physical world, and it's going to translate in the digital, especially if we see this character come to the MCU, which will be very significant.
Which they should, because I think she's a very popular character.
Definitely. Coming at number 9, Amazing Spider-Man 210, the first appearance of Madame Webb.
I think it's pronounced Madam.
Madame.
Madame?
Do you guys know much about Madame Webb?
So everything everything I
Madame.
know about Madame Webb is actually from the 90s cartoon series. Do you guys remember that?
No, I actually don't
Dude,
remember.
I don't.
I'm a huge fan of the 90s Spider-Man cartoon series.
Oh, yeah.
And there was a whole arc about Madame Webb and like how that whole thing connected to like the larger universe. I love this character. She's so cool. I'm so excited for this.
Was she older in the cartoons too?
Yeah, she was. Yeah, definitely.
It's very interesting because they just announced recently that Dakota Johnson
Yeah.
is going to be portraying her in an MCU series on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Oh, very cool.
This is my personal speculation. I think she could appear in the Multiverse of Madness.
Especially with her powers, her
Mhm.
gifts, which include telepathy, clairvoyance, the ability to sense the presence of psionic powers.
Yeah.
Sean, what are psionic powers?
Powers that are psionic.
Psionic powers are psychic powers. It's basically the same thing that Professor X has and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
So, oh yeah, and she also has the ability to perform psychic surgery and appear to
Yeah.
others in spirit.
Yeah, a little bit of reading and a little bit that I know about her is that she is like kind of trains like new and upcoming superheroes or people who have abilities, and she's able to help them out and heighten their abilities and get them in fighting shape. Her chair is sick that she sits in. I can see that being portrayed like in a very, very cool way in the movies.
Oh yeah.
So they're going for a younger look for this character.
Hmm?
They're going for a younger look. If they're going to have Dakota Johnson play her, right?
Yeah, I guess that they are kind of going for a younger look, which will be interesting. Although, I mean, that's not to say they couldn't like put makeup on Dakota Johnson, but obviously, I'm not sure how far they're going to go with that. But
That's interesting.
yeah, fully excited for this.
It's going to be a fun one for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah. An Amazing Spider-Man 210, the first appearance of Madame Webb. Madame.
Madam.
I'm just saying to piss you guys off now.
Madam.
As a 9.8 grade according to Go Collect, is valued at $1,100 with a 90-day average sale of $1,400. So based on probably the news announcement, we're seeing an upsell in prices.
Oh yeah.
So that's how it works, guys. So speculation comes in. Once the show comes to the MCU, her popularity will likely increase over time, therefore increasing the value of the book in both physical and digital format. So very
Definitely.
exciting stuff for this comic moving forward.
Oh yeah.
Coming at number 8, Marvel Spotlight number 32, the first appearance of Jessica Drew, aka Spider-Woman. So for anybody who doesn't really know much about Jessica Drew, her backstory is she was experimented on by Hydra. She was sent to kill Nick Fury, but after being shown the true nature of Hydra, she fled the scene and would later become a hero, bounty hunter, private investigator, and finally joining the Avengers.
Nice.
Very, very exciting too, because we actually saw a first appearance digital statue in the Mighties collection recently.
Oh, that's right.
Spider-Woman's in there.
Yeah.
Very, very cheap right now for that collectible.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people know much about Spider-Woman. I would say, though, that the entire set is very much dedicated to Into the Spider-Verse 2.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Basically telling me, okay, there's a very strong possibility we'll see this character in the MCU.
Yeah.
Very strong possibility. As a 9.8 grade, the book is currently valued at $3,100 by Go Collect and has a 90-day average sale of $3,600. So we're again seeing an upsell in prices. This is a comic that I've known for quite some time, and my good friend and mentor Brian, big shout out to Brian, you can follow him at Comic Webb. He's been all about this comic for a long time.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah. I mean, I remember this comic was around like $1,200, and he was a dude. Gotta get a 9.8. Gotta get a Spider-Woman. And I kept looking at it for a while. Then I just never pulled the trigger. And here we are.
Yeah.
So now I'm just hoping to get a nice NFT. Hopefully, I can snipe a secret rare out of the market. But yeah, this is a really cool comic, and she could be a really, really fun character. Coming in at number 7, all new Marvel Now, .1, number 1. The first appearance of Kamala Khan. Very exciting. This is a big one, guys, because Kamala Khan is 100% going to be in the MCU. She's going to be in The Marvels, the lead actor in The Marvels, a film coming, I think, probably in the next year or so.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to have Rambeau in it and Captain Marvel, aka
Interesting.
played by Brie Larson. Yeah.
So I'll be completely honest. I actually don't know this character at all. I know nothing about this.
Yeah, it's a cool character. She's like a Pakistani Muslim American character from from New Jersey. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So that's that's her background. Yeah.
It's really cool too. She does thing what she calls embiggen. We're describing the size and shape of like her body literally getting bigger. So especially like her fists, when she punches people, like her fists get massive and she just
Mm-hmm.
It's really, really cool actually.
Wow.
Really cool.
Yeah.
So it's not like Ant-Man where she just gets big and gentle.
It's
just
certain
like,
body
No,
parts.
it's just certain
Like,
body
like-
parts. Yeah, it's kind of like
Yeah.
Mr. Fantastic a little bit.
Exactly.
But
Okay.
I saw that I guess they're considering. I think like what they're planning on doing for like the MCU film or TV show, whatever they're doing. I guess they're not doing it the same way they're doing in the comic books with the beginning because they want to distinguish it from Mr. Fantastic. So I think
Gotcha.
it's more like a kind of like an astral force like projecting from her hand, like and punching somebody rather than like the actual hand getting bigger.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Does that sound like Green Lantern?
Yeah, that's exactly how they described it.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like very
Okay,
similar to
that's
Green
what
Lantern.
yeah. Because I was like, I that visual came into my head when
Mhm.
you said that.
Exactly.
Okay,
yeah.
that's kind of cool.
Very
Nice.
cool.
Yeah.
And according to Go Collect, we're seeing a 9.8 grade is currently valued at $1,400 with a 90-day average sale of $1,530. So again, we're seeing it upsell in prices. A lot of it's probably based on speculation of this character being the MCU. And we fully anticipate her character being popular over time. I mean, she's definitely a big character. They have a lot of big plans for her, for sure.
Mhm.
And this comics, especially this comic, I mean, she's on the cover. It's kind of important, I feel like, on VeVe for these characters to be on the front covers.
Yeah.
Which actually is an interesting transition into this next comic. Coming at number 6, Vengeance number 1, the first appearance of America Chavez. So we do know that America Chavez is coming to the MCU 100%. She's going to be in the next Doctor Strange Into the Multiverse of Madness film. And she's a really cool character.
I'm really excited for this character.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We all are.
Yeah, she's like one of the most powerful like superheroes ever, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, so to go into detail about some of her strengths, she has superhuman strength, speed, flight, and has the ability to create interdimensional portals by separating dimensions. Like,
you know, that one.
And and she's able to do this with her fists.
Yeah.
Talking about punching your way out of a situation, huh?
Yeah. That's a cool superpower. I can't wait to see that on screen. Like, that's going to be dope.
Yeah. Super cool.
Oh, man.
And it makes a lot of sense that America Chavez will be in Multiverse of Madness, because previous to this, really the only way to, you know, kind of transport between different like multiverses was through the TVA, the Time Variance Authority, or with Doctor Strange. It was basically those are kind of like the two ways to do it. So this adds a third element to be able to transfer, you know, between dimensions and multiverses.
And we also were confirmed that we're getting mutants in Multiverse of Madness as well, which connects into this whole thing with Magneto, which will be awesome. Like, this is so cool. This one's going to be great.
Super cool. And according to Go Quotes, as 9.8 grade, this book is currently valued at $1,300 with a 90-day average sale of $1,430. So again, we're seeing an upsell in prices.
But I think this one's going to go up a lot more.
I do too. Yeah, I think she's going to be a really, really big character for sure. And I'm very excited about it. She's awesome.
Such a sick cover in the book too. Like, just a very different, you know, style.
Yeah.
Than a lot of these other comic books too.
This comic book is very, very hot. I really think that it'd be really cool too. I mean, especially, you know what I think the good way to make up for it is if you don't have the character that, like, for example, America Chavez on the front cover, on the cover A, the UR will make up for it.
Yeah.
The original cover, right? From the artist. There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
And also the secret rare.
Yeah, exactly.
You can do both.
Yep.
So there's a lot of opportunity there. But either way, regardless of all that, America Chavez, awesome character, going to be a lot of fun in the MCU. So keep an eye out for this comic. Coming in at number 5, The Savage She-Hulk number 1. First appearance of She-Hulk. So we do know that this show is coming to the MCU.
Yep.
The character is going to be played by Tatiana Maslany.
Yeah.
Very
She's
cool.
an amazing actress. I don't know if any of you have ever seen Orphan Black, but if you haven't, please watch it. It is amazing.
Really? I'll have to check that out.
Dude, so this is not giving away anything about the show, because this is the literally main point and plot of the show is her character finds out that there are multiple versions of her living and in the world, and she goes and meets them and has interactions with them, and we see her play different versions of herself in different like situations. Like, there's a goth version of her, there's like an English version of her. Yeah, it's really cool, and she does an amazing job.
Okay, you know what? I have seen the show, and it is really good. I totally the name for whatever reason didn't ring a bell, but she does an awesome job in that show. Yeah.
Yeah, she's an amazing actress.
That's awesome.
So I'm super excited for this one.
We do know the show is scheduled to be released on Disney Plus in 2022, and it's going to have an appearance, probably a very supporting character, by Bruce Banner.
Oh yeah,
Which, I mean, I feel like it's evident.
Well, yeah. Didn't we see something? I thought there was like a hint of that.
It's weird. I think there was a trailer that was released, but it was like footage. It wasn't really a trailer. It wasn't like an official trailer. There was just footage released. Yeah, because I thought.
Sorry, I'm just trying to think back, because I feel like it was a thing where people were wondering why he appeared in the trailer as normal Bruce and not like a smart Hulk.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking of that wrong.
Could be flashbacks too.
Yeah.
Could be flashbacks.
Yeah. It's interesting.
Either way, it's going to be awesome.
Yeah. The from what I saw, I guess, like from just like some like the promos they've done, it looks like She-Hulk is not going to be like growing in size like massively. Like, it seems like she'll kind of like stay around the same size, but like be green and muscular.
Yeah.
But like it's not gonna be like the huge growth like the Hulk has.
I'll be honest, I'm a little disappointed in that, if that's the way they're gonna go about it. Because I like the idea that she would bulk up and become bigger and stronger. I like that. And so I hope maybe that's just a early decision. Like, maybe at first she doesn't grow as much, and maybe in the end she'll actually like Hulk out much more. But yeah, I hope so.
That'd be cool too, though, if her size makes up for strength, you know?
Yeah.
Or strength makes up for size.
That's cool too.
Yeah.
But part of that, I think, is just I like the idea that like that transformation would be really cool.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah. It's going to be fun to see how this turns out.
Oh yeah.
According to Go Collect, a 9.8 grade is currently valued at $1,150 with a 90-day average sale of $1,165. So it's a bit of a plateau right now.
Yeah.
But I think once a trailer drops,
Mhm.
it's definitely going to help this
yeah.
comic a lot.
Yeah, I actually have this comic. I have a raw copy of this book that I bought.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Ungraded, huh?
Yeah, ungraded. I bought it on an
Oh,
auction. Through I think it was an estate sale. Probably almost 6 months ago, maybe even longer.
Oh wow.
I bought like a whole bunch of really cool raw books at this estate sale. But yeah, it's probably
awesome.
It's probably like an 8.0 or so.
I think it's about around the same time that I got one too, because I also own a copy of this.
Oh,
Oh
cool.
nice.
Yeah, yeah. Is yours a newsstand? I think yours is a newstand.
Mine is a newsstand. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
nice.
nice. Well, yeah, this is a really fun comic. It's slowly increased over time, but that's again before this character has come to the MCU.
Yep.
So it's definitely a popular comic in the physical world. It has a lot of value, and it's only going to get more popular. Very exciting times. Coming at number 4, Marvel Superheroes 13, the first appearance of Carol Danvers, and also the second appearance of Captain Marvel. So this comic is an FA of a very significant character already in the MCU. Right now in Go Collect, the data is down for this comic, but as a 9.8 grade, I believe it would fetch as high as $30,000, but I'm pretty sure it'd be more than that. It's been a while since I've seen the data for it because it's currently down, unfortunately, on Go Collect as a 9.8, but I'm pretty confident that it would sell for past $30K if it resold today. Yeah, so it's a very, very valuable comic and very significant FA.
Nice.
Very cool.
And she's portrayed by Brie Larson in the movies,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. So Carol Danvers becomes Captain Marvel in the
Gotcha.
comics, and then that's who we see today in the MCU.
Nice. And she's a very powerful character.
Super powerful
Very
character.
powerful.
You know what's really interesting is that Kevin Feige was asked like which character in one hand-to-hand combat could take down Thanos. And this is such a cool story actually, and he said there's one character in his opinion that could absolutely take down Thanos and destroy him.
Is that Captain Marvel?
It was not Captain Marvel.
Really?
100% not Captain Marvel.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What was it?
Do you guys want to guess?
America
man.
Chavez.
No,
No?
a character that was already been introduced. In the
Already
MCU.
introduced. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm trying to think of other powerful characters. I don't know.
Doctor Strange.
Scarlet Witch.
Oh.
And if you guys remember, if you
Okay.
remember from Endgame,
Yeah.
that moment when he says, "Let it rain down," and we're gonna hit our own troops. Do it. And he's literally about to be torn apart by the Scarlet Witch. Remember that? Do you remember that scene?
Oh man, I don't
Literally
remember.
being torn apart,
Yeah.
and he
I
couldn't
remember that.
handle it, and that's when he told his
Gotcha.
soldiers to let it rain.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty wild.
Man, Scarlet
Yeah,
Witch.
Scarlet Witch though. He's
That's
definitely
awesome.
that's the one character for sure. So coming in at number 3, and this is a comic I've been talking about a lot and I'm very excited for. Young Avengers #1, and this is the first appearance of the Young Avengers, and also Patriot, Iron Lad, Asgardian, and Hulkling, and also Kate Bishop, and that's what we're going to be focusing on right now. Kate Bishop, we know, is already a very significant character in the MCU. She was first seen in Hawkeye, the show that on Disney Plus, portrayed by Haley Steinfeld,
Yep.
the very talented Haley Steinfeld.
She's awesome.
And we know that she's going to be a very significant character moving forward.
Oh yeah.
And this is officially the first appearance of her character. I know that another comic has dropped on VeVe, but a lot of people think that's her first appearance comic. It's not.
No.
That's not her first appearance comic. That was her becoming Hawkeye. What's really cool too is that this comic has been compared to Giant-Size X-Men #1,
Wow.
which is a first appearance of significant characters, multiple significant characters, but it's also like the reemergence of the new generation. And that's what Giant-Size X-Men 1 was, and that's what Young Avengers 1 is. I know there's a lot of FUD going around in the physical comic book world that people, because there's a lot of these copies, a lot of 9.8s.
Oh,
But
gotcha.
also, I mean, I personally believe that it's because the demand isn't quite there yet,
Mm,
because these characters have only slightly been introduced in the MCU.
right.
The majority of these characters, these actual characters, have been introduced in the MCU.
Yeah. Well, I mean, so far we've only gotten Kate Bishop, right?
Well, as far as as far as the character portraying themselves as heroes, yeah. But we have seen a lot, like Iron Lad or Patriot. We have seen a lot of these other characters in the MCU.
Iron Lad? Really?
Yeah. So, well, specifically Patriot, we saw him. He was the grandson in a Falcon Winter Soldier.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
His Elton Bradley.
Oh, didn't
Yeah,
realize that.
he's portrayed in there.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, and also the two sons from Scarlet Witch are also part of the Young Avengers.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Wiccan and I forget the other person's name, but yeah, the two sons are also Young Avengers.
Gotcha.
So it's very possible we'll see her get her sons back, who eventually become part of the Young Avengers.
Interesting.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think those are a little bit more deeper cuts for like major
Oh,
fans.
for sure. Oh, those are
Yeah.
very subtle
Yeah,
hints,
yeah,
but
yeah,
I mean, they're
yeah.
all there.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm very excited about this comic and the upside potential,
Mhm.
because of all these characters are going to come to the MCU, and they're all very significant characters. So
Right.
it's a huge deal, guys.
Yeah.
This is going to be really exciting.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the Kate Bishop, or I really enjoyed the Hawkeye show with Kate Bishop.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was good.
It was really good. I mean, really good chemistry between Hawkeye and Kate Bishop, the two characters.
Awesome
Yeah.
chemistry. So for me personally, I'm really pumped about this comic coming to VeVe. Super pumped. As a 9.8 grade, this book is currently valued by GoCollect at $900 and has had a 90-day average sale of $940. This is far from its all-time high. Well, not too far. I think it was around $1,200
Gotcha.
was its all-time high, and we've seen a bit of a dip since then. But again, supply and demand. When these characters are introduced to the MCU, their popularity grows, so will this comic.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of upside potential for this comic.
There's some
for
really
sure.
There's really cool variants for this comic as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
really?
it was like the Wizard World one. I think it's like the white,
Yeah.
all white cover. That one's really awesome.
Oh,
that's
nice.
that's considered the most rare variant.
Oh, really?
Is the Wizard World variant.
Nice.
Yeah. There's only they were literally giving this away for free at the con event,
Wow.
and people tossed them.
Man,
People tossed them. Yeah. It's crazy, man.
that's great.
It's crazy. So yeah, these are very valuable, very, very, very safe floor with massive upside potential. Coming at number 2, Edge of Spider-Verse number 2. First appearance of Spider-Gwen. This character in this comic is absolutely on fire.
Oh, yeah.
Like, we saw her appear in Into the Spider-Verse. She's going to have another big role in Into the Spider-Verse 2. We saw her first appearance digital collectible on VeVe as a Mighty.
Mhm.
I can't. People in the physical comic book world are obsessed with this character.
Yeah.
We know this character is going to come to the MCU.
Oh, absolutely.
It's only a matter of time.
She's a very popular character.
Insanely popular character. And for me personally, I really believe that Into the Spider-Verse is going to tie to the MCU.
Which will be interesting. You know why?
Why?
Because the voice of Spider-Gwen is Haley Steinfeld.
Is it really?
It is.
I didn't know that.
way.
I'm not even joking. I had to look it up just to make sure, but I was like, yep, it's Haley Steinfeld.
Is
She's
it
the voice
really?
of Spider-Gwen in Into the Spider-Verse
Oh,
and
man.
probably Into the Spider-Verse too.
So she's gonna play 2 characters in the MCU.
It's gonna be, I guess so.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
We do know that Emma Stone portrayed Gwen Stacy in Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, that was the last time we saw an on-screen portrayal of Gwen Stacy.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's probably pretty ambitious to think that she'll come back and play this character.
With the ending of Amazing Spider-Man 2, maybe won't happen.
Oh, yeah. It definitely won't happen. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. She, spoiler alert. She died in that movie.
Yeah,
So it'll be an alternate version of Gwen Stacy,
Yeah.
which can be literally any actor.
exactly.
Oh, yeah. Good point. Good point.
Because again, I don't think we
Possibly
were
Haley
introduced-
Steinfeld.
but I don't think we were introduced to a Gwen Stacy in the Tom Holland Spider-Man.
No, we're
films,
not.
Right?
No.
No,
No.
if I remember correctly.
Yeah, we have not.
Yeah, which means we have the sky's the limit on what her portrayal will be in the
And-
MCU.
and I don't
There's
think that
there's a
it'd
little
be-
bit of speculation that like maybe she made an appearance. I think like one of like the ending scenes like in the hallway in the high school. Like there's a girl that walks
Really?
by who's like wearing a pink backpack and wearing like a spider web like skirt or whatever.
Oh,
So there's been a little speculation that like that could have been a hint. But there was like there was
Interesting.
nothing in the credits or anything like that that actually confirmed it.
that's interesting. I had no idea about that. That's cool.
Go Collect has valued this book as a 9.8 grade to be $1,650 with a 90-day average sale of $1,800.
Nice.
So this book is definitely increasing in value. There's quite a few editions, but again, very similar to Ultimate Fallout number 4, the supply won't meet the demand.
Yeah.
And it's just going to keep growing. So we're very excited for this book to come to VeVe. So coming at number 1, Giant Size X-Men number 1.
Oh yeah.
Huge book.
Huge book. This
Huge.
is the first appearance of Colossus, first appearance of Nightcrawler, first appearance of Thunderbird, first appearance of the new X-Men, second appearance of Wolverine, but the main focus today, first appearance of Storm.
Mhm.
Aurora Monroe.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very excited for this one. Storm, as we know, is a very significant character in the comic world, and we did see her in the Bryan Singer films, portrayed by Halle Berry.
Yep.
But we have not seen her yet in the MCU. We haven't seen any of the X-Men in the MCU.
Yeah.
And also, we do know that Patrick Stewart, aka Professor X,
Yep.
was in the trailer for Into the
Into
Multiverse
the-
of Madness.
yeah.
So we know the X-Men's coming for sure.
Oh
now.
yeah,
It's
100%.
100%
Oh
coming.
yeah.
100%
At this
coming.
point, that's not
Yeah.
even like
Not even a question.
question.
Yeah. We've only gotten a couple, 4 characters with 5 digital statues so far. The first one was Spider-Man, the most popular character in the world right now. Then Captain America, very popular character. Then Deadpool. Then Sue Storm.
Yep.
And then we have, of course, Storm. Very, very, very cool. So for that reason, we know they have big plans for her. It's not, don't take it lightly, guys. VeVe dropped 5 digital collectibles of 1 character.
Mhm.
Like, that's a huge deal. So they have big plans for her for sure. And I'm very excited to see her in Wakanda Forever.
Oh yeah.
Same.
And her recent character too, and a lot of the comics are connected to Wakanda.
Mm-hmm.
And also in one recent comic, there was a alternate timeline where she actually becomes the Black Panther.
Wow.
Which is awesome.
Yeah, that's a huge deal.
Yeah.
And I personally own this comic, and it's signed by a lot of legends, and it's probably my favorite comic.
Mhm.
It's like the one comic by one ride or die because of the people who signed it. Most of the people passed away, like Len
Yep.
Wein and Stan Lee, Herb Trimp. These guys created, majority of these characters, and also like Wolverine. Giant-Size X-Men #1 has a 9.8 grade, is worth $44,000 according to Go Collect, and has had a 90-day average sale of $45,000. Yeah, this comic has a sentimental place in my heart, but again, like very much like Young Avengers #1, you have significant FAs, and it's the new generation,
Mhm.
right? So there's incredible upside for this comic. So which comics are you guys most excited about? Pick one out of the 10.
Man, part of me wants to say Madam Webb. I know that seems kind of weird, but I just love her powers and I love the connections that she has to the Spider-Man world and everything else. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Madam Web.
Yeah,
I know that
it's
sounds
good.
weird, but like
That's
I
not
just-
at all. I
I
mean,
love that character.
the character is super cool.
Yeah.
I
And
mean,
again, like my connection to the '90s animated series and her story arc.
that's pure nostalgia. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
Spencer, what about you?
I think I'm probably most excited for Vengeance #1, first appearance of America Chavez. I think,
Nice.
I'm excited to see America Chavez in the MCU. I think it's going to be
That's
such
awesome.
a cool character.
Yeah, and for me, I mean, I actually is probably Young Avengers #1 because I'm just very excited to see where this book can fly. It's got tremendous room to grow, and just like Ultimate Fallout #4, the first appearance of Miles Morales is selling around $400 as a 9.8 grade for a long time.
Yeah.
And then it started to go up, and then there was a video game announcement, went to $1,000, and now it's sitting around the $3,000 floor.
Wow.
There was an insane amount of 9.8 grades, and yet still people are paying a premium for this comic because of the
Wow.
popularity. Isn't meeting the demand.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And I think that's what's going to happen with Young Avengers 1 if their popularity in the MCU meets expectations.
Gotcha.
Very exciting times, guys.
Music is by NineFinger. Make sure to check out their music at NineFinger.com. And you can follow them on Instagram at NineFinger999. Be sure to check them out and send them some love.
Comics and crypto and comics collect.